Hi, I'm Coach Marcelli. I'm the head softball coach here at Penn State New Kensington. I've been coaching here for 10 years. We're making this recruiting video because at the present time we're not permitted to bring recruits on campus due to COVID. But we wanted you to see a little of our campus and introduce you to some of the people that work here and go to school here, because these people are what set us apart. And I'm going to throw it over to one of those people now. This is Kelly Zumankowski. She's one of our captains on the softball team, and she's going to be your guide on our tour around campus. Take it away, Kelly.
Hi guys, I'm Kelly Zumankowski. I'm a senior here at Penn State New Kensington, and I'm majoring in communications. I actually transferred here after my freshman year from being at a different school, which was one of the best decisions that I ever made, considering all the opportunities that I've had here thus far. But we'll get into that a little bit later. First, let's start our tour. So here where I just entered from is the entrance to our main building, where we have classes to my right over here and classrooms also to the left. But this right here is basically the most centralized place on campus, which we call our junction. It's a great way to start your day, or even in between classes, to come here, grab a great coffee from Starbucks, enjoy a sandwich or a salad, and hang out with some of your friends. All right, now we're going to head into the library. So here in the library, obviously you can come in and get books, magazines. We also have any movies that you would like to come and rent out. And if there's any book, magazine, or movie that you want that we don't have here on the New Kensington campus, any other Penn State campus all over the country that has it, we can order it and get it sent in here for your use. We also have a ton of desktop computers that are available for your use, Dell and Macs over in the back. There is also a really cool presentation table back here. There's two screens that allow students who are working on a presentation together to sit down and work through a presentation and basically practice what they're going to say in a classroom. Now, I'm sure most of you are wondering why there's a ton of caution tape everywhere. But right now we're taking as many precautions as we can here on our campus. So for now, our wonderful and very nice librarians are going out and grabbing the books and movies and magazines that us students need, just to limit the germ spread of COVID and to keep everybody safe. So to my right here, this is actually our bookstore on campus. This is where you come to get all of your Penn State gear, your sweatshirts, your hats. You come here, you can buy your books, obviously. If you're a nursing major or a bio major, if you need a lab coat or specific goggles for your labs, you can come here and buy it. School supplies are all in here. They even sell some snacks. So if you're hungry in between classes and you're down here at the Academic and Success Center, you can stop in the bookstore and buy a couple things. This is actually where you can come in, and there's all of our tutors for all of our classes. You can come in, you can request a tutor to help you if you're struggling in a class. The tutors are awesome. I know a lot of them, and they're just so nice and willing to help anybody. And then a part of the Career Center in here, there are multiple faculty who work in here solely for people who are like me, who are a senior, and they want to help you get out into the real world and get a job. So you can come down here, you can work with them on your resume, find job opportunities, job fairs, and they'll just set you up to be ready to graduate from Penn and move on into the real world. So here is admissions. It's a one-stop shop for student aid, registration, finances, and here you can find admissions counselors to talk to answer any of your questions about classes, enrollment, test taking, financial aid you can talk to. This is really where anything academic, this is where it happens. All right, so now I'm in admissions and I'm here in Jill Dickens' office. She's one of our admissions counselors on Penn State New Kensington's campus. She's amazing and she's here to answer some of the questions that I have for her.
Hi, I'm Jill Dicken. I'm one of the admissions counselors here on campus. I'm also a graduate of Penn State New Kensington, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you have about the application process.
All right, so let's get started with some of our questions that our incoming freshmen might have about the application process and overall just registration. So my first question for you is, what are some obstacles that you have when trying to get students admitted, and how do you overcome these obstacles?
I think one of the biggest obstacles for students is just making sure they get all the required materials in on time. So it's really important to keep checking your My Penn State account for any checklist items that need done or any other materials that Penn State needs from you.
So can you tell us a little bit about the Discover Award and who exactly does it benefit?
So the Discover Award is an award that benefits students that live in Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Virginia, West Virginia, and DC. And really it's simple. You don't have to apply for the award. You simply complete your application by November 30th, select a Commonwealth campus as one of your choices, such as Penn State New Kensington, and then submit your FAFSA by December 1st.
So can you tell us some of what the 4-year degree programs are, and could you explain the 2- and 2-year programs to us?
Of course. So Penn State New Kensington has 10 baccalaureate or 4-year degrees that you can complete in their entirety right here on this campus. The 2+2 program is when a student would start the first 2 years of any of Penn State's 275 majors, and then after the first 2 years they would transition to the campus that has their major. It's as simple as that, and it's our most popular path to a Penn State degree.
So what do prospective students need to do to apply to Penn State New Kensington?
That's a great question. There's 3 ways that students can apply. They can apply through the My Penn State account, they can apply through the Coalition, or the Common App. They're all online. And then they have to complete a self-reported academic record, which is simply entering courses from 9th through 12th grade. And you want to make sure you enter those exactly as they appear on your high school transcript. And then you want to submit SAT scores and ACT scores if you decide to include them, because Penn State has gone test optional this year. And then last but not least is create your My Penn State profile. That's your portal to your application.
Wait, what did you say about test optional in the application process?
Yeah, so Penn State has gone test optional this year, and what that means for students, incoming freshmen, is that the choice is theirs of whether or not they want to include their SAT or ACT scores as part of their application. And if they haven't had a chance to take it yet, that's okay, we don't need them this year.
So thank you for answering all my questions today. Those were great responses and a lot of information that our incoming freshmen should know. Is there anything else that we should know?
The application's open now, so if students are thinking about applying to Penn State, I say don't wait. The priority deadline is November 15th, so make sure you get everything in, and please reach out with any questions. I'm happy to help.
I'm here in our campus auditorium, where if you take a theater class, this is where you'll have class and you'll be able to run productions that involve theater and musicals. And eventually there is a musical that you can participate in if you would like to. And we also have our orientation for our freshmen in this room, where all the faculty will be able to answer any questions that you have. And at the end of the year, we have academic and our athletic awards, which are presented in this very room where you can bring friends and family. So I'm here in Cafe 70, which is where all of the food is made fresh daily. We have a lot of daily specials from Monday to Friday, and there's a ton of seating in here. We have a foosball table, a pool table, so a lot of area and a lot of time to come in here, work on homework, hang out with friends, and meet a lot of new people here on campus. So I'm outside here in the courtyard, which is actually right outside Cafe 780, and I'm here with assistant coach Ben Lesko for the women's softball team, who is actually an alumni at Penn State New Kensington. So while being a student at Penn State New Kensington, what opportunities were you presented here the 4 years that you were here?
Well, I did a lot, Callie. I was part of Campus Activities Board. I did orientation leader for 3 years. I was a dancer for 2016 Thon, which is the largest student-run philanthropy in the world. And I was also on the baseball team. I was baseball team for 4 years and was honored enough to be a team captain my senior year. So really enjoyed my time here.
So is there any additional comments that you would like to tell any prospective recruits that we physically weren't able to have here on campus today?
Yeah, we're disappointed that they couldn't be here, obviously. Coach Mike and I really like to host some students and show them the campus physically, because you can read about it, you can watch videos, but you really can't get the experience until you're really here. And we really enjoy the game, right? And I'm sure you as a player can attest to that, and we just like to work with them. So I encourage any of the girls to contact us, and we'll see where we can go from there.
All right, well, thank you for your time and answering some questions that we had. Speaking about time.
Yeah, Callie, you're gonna be late, kid. So I gotta go meet Coach. You hurry up, otherwise you're gonna be running, all right?
All right, Athletic Center, we have a weight room, a cardio room, a racquetball center, and a yoga studio. So we have a whole variety of things to do here. We also have an athletic trainer and a campus nurse on staff to help with any illnesses, rehabs, anything medical that you will need help with, student or athlete, either one. And we also have many sports that play in here, as well as basketball and volleyball. We actually have some girls on our team right now that are multi-sport athletes because our athletic director and our coaches work really well with their schedules in order for them to get the most that they can out of Penn State New Kensington and all of the experiences that we have to offer here. I just wanted to thank you guys for following our tour of our campus. And to wrap things up, I'm just going to ask a few questions of our wonderful Chancellor of Penn State New Kensington, Dr. Kevin Snyder. All right, so why should a softball recruit come to Penn State New Kensington? What sets us apart from other schools?
Well, the first thing is that our college, our campus environment, and the personal attention we give to students, regardless of whether they're athletes or not. You know, we spend a lot of time invested in you as an athlete, but also invested in you as a student. And we have a nice mix of the two. At Penn State New Kensington, academics really are first because we think that degree is going to last you a lifetime. But we want to provide you the opportunity to play and the opportunity to succeed. And we do everything we can to do that on both the field and off of it in a very personalized environment.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with that because I'm going through it right now. So that actually leads me into my next question. What will a Penn State diploma do for somebody after graduation?
Well, you know, Penn State is one of the most recognized universities in the world. And so a Penn State degree is almost universally recognized, and it will be able to open the door for you in many places. But really, you know, a Penn State degree is also about the type of education you get and the learning that you have here. And we have tremendous opportunities both in the classroom, but outside of it. And so the more that you can take advantage of those, the more you can enhance your degree. I will tell you, though, a degree is really something that gets you in the door. It's going to be up to you to be able to use that degree and what you've learned in it to succeed. And we think we do an excellent job at that.
What are some ways that Penn State New Kensington supports its student athletes? I could kind of answer this a little bit, but I do want your take it.
Right. You probably answer better than I do. And I think the real support that we give is a personalized relationship with you, right? Your coach has a personalized relationship with you. That happens on every team. But as you go onto the campus, staff are developing those relationships with you, faculty are developing those relationships with you, and we really try and provide you as much attention, as much support for you achieving your goals as we can. And I think, you know, that's the primary support that we have, is that we really try and invest in your future. And, you know, as an athlete, you're learning a lot about leadership, about communication, about teamwork. You know, those types of things are tremendous learning environments. And so what we try and do is take those things that you're learning on the field and encourage you to apply those in the classroom and in your academics, but also take things that you're learning in academics and apply those on the field. But I think really the primary thing that sets us apart is the amount of support and concern and basically interaction that we have with you as a student at our campus.
So this is a close-knit school, and most of our students live nearby and commute to school. But what does Penn State New Kensington specifically do to give back to its community?
Well, and that's
Just it right there.
right there. I mean, we are probably the example of how to get engaged in the community. although we're 4 miles away from the city, we decided to put an entrepreneurial center right downtown as a way to stimulate growth. We've been able to raise about $12 million to do that. And that city now is on the rebound. It has a new brewery. There's a $18 million building coming in to house low-income housing, but with employees of family services on the bottom, which also, by the way, is a partner of ours in providing students in biobehavioral health internships and psychology internships. There's a new clinic coming in from UPMC. There is a new brewery, which someone probably at your level, which is getting in to be a senior, might be able to go to, but the freshman can go to get a great sandwich. There's a place called the Neat Cafe where they're ensuring that everybody eats, and it's an incredible place that has actually gotten on the national news. We're doing a lot to revitalize the community, and we're doing that in a way that's becoming a national model. And so we're developing now the digital innovation lab that I talked about. We're going to call it the Digital Foundry, and that will be a place where we're going to introduce you, students, to digital age technology and thinking, so that you can survive through what will be likely 4 to 11 careers in your life, where technology is going to be continually changing. We want to make sure you're connected to that. And in connecting to that, we want to make sure that we're able to help the community as well get connected. And so it's a nice merger of being engaged in helping a community improve, but it's also a nice example of how to do that by providing students incredible learning opportunities.
Oh, yeah. Well, that is all I have for you. Is there any additional comments that you would like for our prospective recruits, students to know?
Yeah, I think, I would encourage you, and it's hard in this day and age right now, but go out and look at different places. I think fit is incredibly important. And at Penn State New Kensington, we are really concerned and really interested in making sure that you are choosing the place that's the right fit for you. We think we have an incredible environment, tremendous opportunities happening in the digital age that you can't get at very many places, tremendous community engagement opportunities, class project opportunities out of that. But really what we have to offer that's the biggest piece of our culture is our small community, our feeling of, really being invested in your success. I know that that's a real balance. And so I want to make sure that you have the right balance for us and that we have the right balance for you. But if you do that and you come here, I think you're going to find it to be an incredible experience, and you'll be so glad you did.
And I second that.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it.
Thank you so much for interviewing with me. This will be a great part to show our recruits and our incoming freshmen a little bit behind the scenes of Penn Ken and our awesome Chancellor. So thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for watching our video. Even though we are a branch campus, you'll get all the benefits that the main campus has to offer, just in a smaller setting. Because we are
Penn State! Woo! Come join us!